If you've been trying to use Manus AI to get real work done, then you already know the catch. It runs one task, burns a pile of credits, and then forgets everything the second that it's done. And lucky for you, I just found a new AI agent that fixes all that. And it might be the best one that I've tested this year. It's called Ottermind AI, and instead of just answering you, it plans the work, executes it, and hands you a finished deliverable. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what it is, why it beats Manus AI, and the workflows that I'm already using inside of my own business that are powered by Ottermind AI. But first, let me show you where Manus actually falls short because I want to be fair here. Now, the point of this video isn't just to talk bad about Manus, because Manus is pretty good at autonomous research, but it runs on credits, and just one single run or task that you give it could burn up literally all of your credits. And if we look at their pricing, we could see that for $20 a month, you're only getting 4,000 credits. For $40, you get 8,000. And for their max plan, $200 a month, again, only 40,000 credits. If you think about one task taking up 900 credits, then what are you really getting out of that? Not that much. For example, if we come over here and we ask Manus to do something like this, research the top 20 companies in the world in 1990, 2000, 2010, and today, and create a PowerPoint that walks through all of this and how it changed, it could go through and it can get this task done, but it doesn't show us the cost beforehand, and literally just this one action, which you would think is a pretty light ask of this, could blow through literally all of our credits. On top of that, credits don't roll over, so if you don't use them, they just disappear, which is, again, putting you at a huge disadvantage. And overall, my biggest qualm with Manus is that everything is done like individually, right? So every single time you ask it to do something, it's starting from zero, it's starting from scratch, it's not continuing to build on itself, and that's just not how work gets done today. So with limited memory, no skills, no workspace where everything's actually happening, this just makes it really hard to continuously try to automate work and do things better. And there's also an acquisition and ownership issues that are kind of hanging it over lately, so you don't know if this will be around a year from now. Oh, and the other thing about Manus, if we look at this, I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes now, waiting for this to get done, and it's still taking an incredibly long period of time right here. But now that this is done, like I was saying earlier, it is pretty solid at research, so we could see that this actually went through, and this created this right here so that we are able to see this, and we could see that the task is actually complete, and this goes through all of this. Now, one thing that I don't like is the text is like halfway off the screen, so that's something I'm going to have to go and adjust on each of these, but otherwise, looks solid. And if we look at how many credits this one simple task took, it took almost 400 credits, which is a lot. But now here's the deal. Work doesn't happen in just one-off tasks like this. Instead, work happens over and over again, and that's exactly where Ottermind actually fills the gap right here, which is pretty impressive. In addition to that, here's how I want you to think about this. Ottermind is an AI-powered workspace built around autonomous AI agents, in the same category as Manus, GenSpark, Perplexity Labs, OpenClaw, Hermes agent, but it's actually built for ongoing work because it's got an AI chat, a file workspace, task execution, memory, and automation all in one place. The flow is input, planning, execution, deliverable, not just input and then answer like a chat. And again, to make this fair, we're going to come over here and we're going to give it the same exact task that we just gave Manus. So we're going to ask this to research the top 20 companies in the world in 1990, 2000, 2010, and today, and create a PowerPoint that works through all of this, and this will be able to do this incredibly quickly. And what we can see right here is that we have a new task, we can search, we can see all the automations that we have a drive, and if we click on more, we'll see even more. And I actually want to walk you through all of these different features while this does this quickly, but we could see that this is actually going through and using a bunch of different skills so that we could get things done way quicker, way more efficiently, and we could have it repeat the same tasks or type of tasks over and over again. So to show you all the other settings while this is going through and doing this, if we come over here, we could actually see new automations where it actually gives us some examples of what we can actually create, or we could just create an automation to run reports, workflows, or tasks automatically with our agents. If we click on new agent up here in the top right hand corner, which you might not be able to see because of my face, we could see that we could add in a name. We could choose what agent we actually want to complete this task on what device. For example, inside of the cloud, we can actually choose what this automation is going to do, which is going to be the prompt that's used. We could choose recurring interval one time, and then we could also choose the times, the days, how often it's actually done. You click on create automation, and that's done. In addition to that, you can see that we have this drive right here where we're going to see all files, tasks, you can see recent things, start things, and we could upload things that this will then be able to reference whenever it wants when it's running automations or just running a one-off task. Top of that, if we come into more right here, you could see that we can actually build out new agents right here and give them skills. If we click on new agent, we could go through the name, the description, the model that's actually used right here, what the role is going to be, and we could give these skills. And if we come over to skills, we could actually see that we could explore a skills marketplace. For example, self-improving agent, or give it access to GitHub, or tons of other things. In addition to that, we can also add in additional skills. We can add them from the marketplace, we could upload one, or we could import from a URL in the top right hand corner right here. Again, my face might be covering this, but it says add skill and then has all those different options. In addition to that, if you come into your settings, you can choose what language, what the appearance is going to look like. You could actually get this to email you when things are going to be done. If we come into personalization, we could see that we could personalize this however we want. In addition to that, if we come under integrations right here, we could see that they have a bunch of integrations like Make, Stripe, Notion, Linear, Monday.com, Slack, Supabase, and more. On top of that, you can also link this up to Telegram and Lark as chat integrations. And what really stands out here about Ottermind is it works directly with your files. As we saw, if we actually come back over into Drive right here, this can work with PDFs, Word docs, Excel, CSVs, and images as task context. You have those reusable skills, like I mentioned earlier, that allow you to save a workflow once and run it on demand. And this is major because Manus doesn't have this. It has persistent memory, so it remembers your project context, so you don't have to keep re-explaining yourself. We've got workflow automations like I showed you, and it maintains context across devices. So if you access this from your mobile, and then you access it from your desktop, and then you're on it from your iPad, it's all going to stay the same. It has context in all these places. Okay, so now that this is done, we could go through and see exactly what this created right here. It tells us everything that it created. It echoes through the design highlights right here, and this actually did this with a McKinsey, BCG, or Bain consulting aesthetic, which otherwise would have cost you an insane amount of money to actually get done. And if we come over here, we could see that this created two things. We have our main PowerPoint right here, and we have the editable Ottermind format, which is awesome that it actually goes through and does both. For example, if we come into this Ottermind format right here, we could come through and we could click through this and see that this looks incredible. It looks very professional, and they did an absolutely awesome job. It actually even goes through and creates charts, creates these nice graphics, editing these flags right here, which I absolutely love. And this makes this super easy to edit. For example, if we want to come over here and edit something, we could literally come in, change the size, we could change what it says right here, and we could edit this however we want directly from inside of here. And what makes this also cool is that we could delete, we could duplicate, we could change anything incredibly easy. And I am incredibly impressed with how good of a job this went through and actually did this with, and how quickly this actually did this. And what I love is we could very easily come up to the top right hand corner right here, click on download, and then we could download this directly as a PowerPoint. Not only did this handle all of the research, but it also made us these professional looking slides and designs that we could easily edit all incredibly quickly. If we actually look at the amount of credits that were used here, it was less than 80. So this literally consumed like 1/4 of the credits that Manus did, and it did it in a way better job. Now, before I show you the 2 workflows that I'm running every single week with this, I wanted to remind you that you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with Ottermind AI today for free. There's no obligation, and it literally takes only 30 seconds to get set up. Now, the first task that I love using Ottermind for is this right here. I want this to read these files, pull key insights, supporting data, recommendations, and build me an 8-slide executive presentation. Now, what I'm going to give this access to is going to be a bunch of customer data that I have right here. So I'm going to come in here. I'm actually going to give this access, and then we're going to be off to the races right here. This is just going to import, and we're going to click on go. And now this is going to run off, and this is going to analyze all of this. And I actually use this to help me run my business, because I need to know about retention, I need to know about churn, I need to know about how these things are improving. And what's great is I could actually have it use these files each week. It always knows what's up to date because of the memory, and it knows what we've been working on, so it has complete access to all that. And this is basically like my second brain for helping me run my business, and it's going to give me insights, supporting data, recommendations, and it gives it to me in a slide format, which I personally love. And so now that this is done, here's what this actually looks like. We could see it went through, it reviewed the presentation, got the deck rules, got the data, did the analysis, built a polished feedback deck, got the story right, assembled it, and now this is incredible. So if we come over here, we could see that this went through and this created this again. If we want to edit anything about this, we could do this incredibly easy, which is really easy to do. In addition to that, this goes through all of these different slides right here, and this is absolutely incredible that this is able to go through, that this is able to create this, and I love what this is able to do. In fact, this gave me a bunch of insights that I probably never would have noticed, like who pays more than $100 or where we actually get stuck right here. In addition to that, if we come over here, we can see that the US is definitely where most of the revenue is coming from, which is amazing. We have a refund rate, dispute rate, missing country data, and this literally goes through a 90-day plan of what we should actually do in order to try to optimize this business right here. And I love this. And guess what? This is going to remember this data. This is going to continue to have this. If we actually come over into our drive right here, we'll be able to see that all of this exists inside of here, and we could see everything that's been created. If we actually come over here into our drive, we could see everything that's actually been created, everything that's been uploaded, everything that's been used. And now guess what? We can actually use all of this, and it will have this context, and it will have all of this for the future, so we don't have to re-explain everything every week when we go to run an analysis. Now, the other use case that I love using this for is actually for an automation that I have. So I'm going to show you exactly how I built this out. So every Monday at 9 a.m., I want you to research the top AI agent news and receive trends from the past week. So we could come over here and we could call this AI agent news. It's going to use Otter as the actual agent right here inside of the cloud. We want this to run recurring. I'm going to choose weekly, and then we're going to come down here and choose Monday. We could choose when it's actually going to start. I'm going to have it start immediately so that we can actually see what this looks like right here. When should this automation end? We could set it to never, after X runs, or on a specific date. We're going to click on create automation right here. This is going to actually get this created so you can run through and have this create all of these for you. And what we could actually do is get this to run right now. Now we could see if we actually come into this chat that this is off to the races right here. It's going to go through and do all of this, and then this is going to deliver this to us. Now, one other thing that I would note here is you could get this to add on additional things if you wanted to. So guess what you could do? If we wanted this to actually begin to create my content, I could get it to do that. If I wanted it to create a brief for my content team, I could get it to do that. If I wanted this to create an update that I'm going to put in my school community, I could get this to do that. And this is all made possible because all the different skills that you are actually able to create, which allows you to reuse the same process over and over again. And pairing that with automations makes this incredibly powerful. And so now that this is actually done, here's what our AI agent briefing looks like. We have the top takeaways right here, which is that coding agents remain the hottest frontier. Open source agent tooling is becoming productized. We have an evaluation is moving from task completion to goal completion. Again, exactly what Otter does, which is absolutely amazing that Ottermind is able to do this. Evaluation is moving. Enterprise agent platforms are converging on governance. Agent protocols are becoming infrastructure. We have what changed this week, and it goes through all the changes. We have a trend map right here. We have implications for builders, enterprise, investors, operators, for teams adopting this, what we should actually watch next. And guess what? If we wanted to follow up with questions, we would be able to do that. If we wanted to change this in any way, we would be able to do that. And what this just did is took something that used to take me a long time to do, or quite frankly, I'd have somebody else on my team do this. Now both me and my team member are freed up because I get this automated straight to my Ottermind every single week now. And if I want to change anything about it, it's literally as simple as me going into my automations, making any adjustments to the prompt, to the cadence, to anything like that, or just changing it. So here's the bottom line. Manus makes you pay per task and start over every time, where Ottermind gives you an AI workspace that remembers your projects, reuses your skills, and runs your work on autopilot. So if you're tired of burning credits on one-off tasks and want an AI agent that actually gets work done, go to that pinned comment below and get started with Ottermind AI today for free.